And welcome to an all-new Marvelcast Explosion Network's hub of all things Marvel, place to talk about everything MCU, from Avengers and Defenders to Dorma and T'Challa. I'm your host, Ashley Hobley. Joining me today, the astonishing Dylan Blight.
Welcome to phase 5, 6. Who remembers what happened in the last phase? I don't know.
Yep, so today, obviously Marvel Studios had a massive presentation at San Diego Comic-Con. We thought maybe it was going to be a bit more subdued. You know, maybe they'll just keep things close to the vest. Obviously, got D23 coming down the line. But no, they came out all guns blazing. There's all these announcements of future plans, pretty much laying down the roadmap for things going forward. Rest in peace, Phase 4, long live Phase 5. So let's just kick things off with what is coming. We'll circle back around to the newest trailers that we got to watch. So Phase 4 will conclude with Black Panther Wakanda Forever, before starting Phase 5 with Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, which we know will star Paul Rudd, Evangeline Lilly as Scott Lang and Hope Divine, with confirmed Michael Douglas and Michelle Pfeiffer back as Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne, as well as Jonathan Majors as Kang and Catherine Newton as Cassie. That's coming 16th of February 2023. Secret Invasion will be launching early 2023. Kobe Smulders confirmed to reprise the role as Maria Hill, alongside Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury, who appeared in footage that was purely for the panel. Also, Ben Mendelsohn is confirmed with Kingsley Ben-Adir, Amelia Clark, Olivia Colman, and Reggie John Page. So that will be a crossover event series showcasing a faction of shape-shifting Skrulls who have been infiltrating Earth for years. That's exciting. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Volume 3 will come to cinemas May 4th, 2023. So they have Chris Pratt, Karen Gillan, Clement Taif, Sean Gunn, Will Poulter was at Comic-Con, as well as Maria Bakalov, who's been confirmed to be voicing Cosmo the dog. That's cool. And Chukwudi Iwaji from Peacemaker appeared at Comic-Con in costume, and he'll be playing the High Evolutionary. So they showed small snippets of that. A little bit has been sneaked online, most prominently Baby Groot. Baby Rocket. Baby Rocket was... I don't know if you saw screenshots. It was like... Baby Rocket.
Haven't seen this, no. I haven't seen this.
It's just, a scared...
It looks like Rocket, but a baby?
It just looks like a scared baby raccoon, in a testing facility. So, yeah. Other little tidbits, apparently Gamora is leading the Ravengers now and doesn't know who Peter Quill is. So I guess they're all quite emotional on stage, so that, And
it's the last one.
It's the last one, so that's exciting. They confirmed release dates for Echo, Loki Season 2, Ironheart, and Agatha Coven of Chaos will all be releasing next year. The Marvels, directed by Nia DaCosta, will be released July 27th, 2023. Blade begins shooting in October and opens in November 2023. Then in 2024, we've got Captain America, New World Order, releasing May 2024, and then Thunderbolts releasing July 2024, and then the last thing they released for Phase 5. 18 episodes. As of now, the longest Disney Plus season is being planned for Daredevil, Born Again, starring Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio. Dylan, what do you think of all those parts of Phase 5 that we know about?
I was going to say, is Spider-Man Freshman Year technically part of that?
I don't think none of the animated stuff is included in their plan.
Part of the phases?
No.
Okay. Yeah, there's lots of cool, exciting stuff. I'm still until we get. So, are we going to get to Phase 6 in a second?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you look to what they announced to that, and I'm like, okay, cool. So we definitely know who the big bad guy of this sort of 3 phases is supposed to be, but you're also not introducing him to main movie-going audiences until the start of Phase 5. Like, his only appearance is in one TV show during the entirety of this. One episode of an entire... Yeah, that's the part that I'm a bit confused about. So, I mean, lots of cool stuff.
We literally got 10 seconds of Thanos in the whole first phase, you know? So I think...
To be fair, there was a lot of introducing the MCU.
I think that's what they've been... I think when we look back on this time, we'll realize there was a lot of world building again.
Yeah, that's... Yeah,
because we had obviously an exodus of people at the end of the Infinity Saga. A lot of these movies have been either building up new characters or, you know, positioning characters into new positions.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm really excited for things like Echo. Like, that's really cool. Ironheart. Like, these younger... I think when I'm looking at what's coming, the stuff that excites me the most is the young Avengers, sort of, the young characters and the whatever else. That sort of stuff. I think out of all that, what's there? Blade? Mahershala Ali? I'm down, so...
I mean, yeah, there's a lot to be excited for amongst that stuff. I mean, it's crazy. We're getting 4 Marvel films next year, by my count. Assuming things don't get delayed.
And the TV shows, it's like literally Marvel every day of every week of your life.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we're getting almost 4 movies like in the next 12 months. Because technically the Marvels comes out in 4 days' time in a year. So, yeah, they're pumping these out. Sorry to all the visual effects studios out there who are
apparently being overworked, so
yes, I think they need to
underpaid. So
need to hire more visual. If you want to get, they need to get more pay. Need to unionize, and definitely need to make more studios all over the world. So yes, and then continuing on, Kevin Feige obviously revealing all this, confirmed that Fantastic Four is set to be released November 2024. And then announced what will end Phase 6, Avengers, The Kang Dynasty, May 2025, and Avengers Secret War, November 2025. So we can all assume, you know, Kang probably going to be very important going forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy that they're planning that far ahead. Or they've announced that far ahead, although they have a pretty amazing track record. I mean, Inhumans is currently the only project that's fallen through.
Of the recent memory, yeah, sure.
But there's not that much to remember. Yeah, and then it's the entire saga will be called the Multiverse Saga. So I guess we're going to be seeing more multiversal elements again going forward. They also had dates for 8 other films in Phase 6. Would you want to take a guess at what those potentially could be?
No idea. Hopefully X-Men. Presumably X-Men. Do you
think they just seed X-Men until Phase 7?
No. That's waste of time. I know, but there's no reason. There's no reason not to do it.
Other than they need stuff to continue from Phase 7.
Once you introduce the X-Men, you literally have 100 spin-off movies and TV shows.
I don't know. I think there's no rush to introduce the X-Men.
2025 isn't a rush. It's 3 years away.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is you wait till 2026, 4 years' time. Slowly seeding out.
I'll be dead by then.
What? I mean, there's a fairly good chance, but
yeah, exactly. We'll all be dead by then.
Okay, how many? Of course, that doesn't include all these announcements. Doesn't include. We assume Ms. Marvel's going to get her second season.
Fuck, I hope so.
I guess maybe Hawkeye get a second season.
Nah, I'm neither here nor there.
You don't there?
I mean, I'll take Kate Bishop, but I don't need it to be Hawkeye. Kate Bishop.
I assume one of those slots will be a Doctor Strange 3.
Yeah.
I suspect one of those slots will be an Eternals 2, even though I think they'll try again.
Woo.
Who else? And I guess Thor? Thor vs. Hercules? Yeah. Spoilers? I don't know if that's a spoiler, but
maybe. I feel like you could leave that for longer.
I don't know. It just depends on how much Chris Hemsworth wants to
work,
and then who would direct that film. Do they get Taika back, or is he had enough of the MCU?
I reckon he's had enough.
Or are they like, hey, we can't let you do another movie. Not after this press tour.
He's supposed to be doing Star Wars, so
yeah. Yeah, so that's all like crazy exciting, and I guess we'll learn more at D23. Like, they'll probably announce more things. I assume that's when we're going to get more information about Fantastic Four. Yeah, lots of exciting...
Would they announce the cast this early?
What, for a movie that comes out in... What did I say the date was again?
Isn't it 2024?
November 2024? 2 years ahead of time?
Yeah, I guess not, yeah.
I think, yeah, they probably would.
Yeah.
Yeah, so lots of things to plan for there. What did you think of the Daredevil? We'd kind of
the TV show?
TV show. 18 episodes long. First season.
Yeah, it's long.
Yeah.
That's as long as...
That's longer than any of the seasons on Netflix, right?
Yeah, they're like 8 episodes each, 10 episodes each.
Yes.
I mean, look, if it's good, it's good. I highly doubt they sat down and said, let's do the longest show ever. I presume it's long simply because there was enough interesting story material to justify a long Daredevil show. But so I'm going to judge it based upon that. I mean, look, some episodes could be 20 minutes, another episode could be 55. You really don't know of these Disney Plus shows. That's the thing. The runtimes are all over the show. You know, like if they announce a 24 episode of a HBO show, you're like, well, fuck, that's 42 minutes each, because you know they're going to be 42 minutes each or whatever. Whereas Disney Plus, you know, one episode could be 15 minutes. I fucking don't know.
I don't think that. Well, I'm probably imagine they're not going to do a 15-minute episode of Daredevil.
No, probably not. But you know what I mean?
Probably because of like pay. It's like,
yeah, they probably need to be like a minimum of 24 minutes or something
to justify the money that they pay them for the episode.
Yeah.
I think...
yeah, I'm keen. I mean, I really like
Daredevil. I think it's interesting they announced it's going to be 18 episodes. There's no creative team other than, I guess, Kevin Feige himself. Like, where's the story for these 18 episodes coming from, I guess?
Well, you don't know. They just never said. They never told you. They never told us.
Yeah, okay. Again, D23, I think we'll get more details.
Yeah, I presume there's a lot more we don't know. Because 18 episodes is very weird
specific,
thing just to throw out there. Yeah.
But yeah, that's very exciting.
Kingpin's back?
They
confirmed that? They said that Kingpin's back?
Well, I guess. You know, he's going to
They said it. They said Kingpin's back.
Vincent D'Onofrio is going to be in the series.
Yeah.
So I assume he's going over to the Star Wars universe, jumping it back to tank or something. So
it's fine.
You know, Daredevil's going to have to go over to the DC universe and like stick him in a Lazarus pit or something.
Nah, he didn't die. We never saw him die.
You don't think he died? Well, that's the whole thing.
No, it's Kingpin. Kingpin survives more than that. He's tough.
He is tough. Yeah. So let's jump into the 2 trailers that we got to watch. Latest one for She-Hulk.
Jesus, what the hell, man?
Still in control, no overwhelming feelings of rage.
No, a normal amount of rage.
You do revert back to Gen form when you sleep.
Was the air horn really necessary?
For comedy, absolutely. This is a multi-year journey you're about to embark on.
Yes.
Yeah. Who's your best friend?
Nikki.
Spandex. Spandex is your best friend. Being a Hulk asks for balance. You have so much more to learn. Yes!
So I'm clearly nailing it at all these things.
If you want to go back to your life as a lawyer, I respect that.
He doesn't mean that.
Little bit more.
Daredevil in that too.
little bit more Daredevil than that. Yeah. Yeah, I think it looked good. Again, I'm like fine with the CGI, I guess. It's like, again, it's interesting to watch it after I've seen the Devolver Digital Corridor crew do their breakdown of She-Hulk, and they're like, they didn't have too many faults with it. But yeah, this looks like it's going to be fun. I don't. The only concern I have is there seems to be so much story, but it's meant to be like a 6-episode, 20-minute comedy series. How's it going to fit all that in? You know what I mean?
Yeah, the part where they like started, there was a part where they started like the world's going to end, like sort of part of it, and I'm like, oh no, how about you chill out? But the core storyline of her learning her powers and learning to be a superhero and the buddy stuff with her cousin, that's all very fun. And then her being forced to defend a supervillain who attempted to kill her cousin previously is
9 episodes. Sorry, so I mean that helps a little bit.
That's a bit longer, yeah. It looks like we're going to get a fair bit of courtroom stuff as well. We see like a couple of shots in this trailer finally of what's her name? Jamila. Yeah, finally see a little bit of her in that. Yeah, so that was good. I liked it. I mean, I'm keen for this. You got some 4-4 breaking looks at the camera and stuff throughout the trailer.
Yeah, which is a thing from the comics, I believe. Like,
yeah, so I don't think they showed that in the last trailer though.
No, they didn't.
That was the thing. So
yeah, I mean, it's interesting. There was a couple of shots that were different to the previous trailer. Obviously, it opens with that shot of Hulk like scaring her in the bed, which was we saw like a cropped in version of in the last trailer. Yeah, I think it looks really good, and I'm fine with like the tone they're kind of going for. I imagine it's not going to be for everybody, but yeah, I think it's going to be that CGI that's going to be make or break for a lot of people. But you know, if it's a fun time, which we suspect it will be, yeah, I'm really down for it. So obviously, this is coming to Disney Plus starting August 17th. So of course, you can come back to all new Marvel Cast. We're doing episode by episode breakdowns. Then we also got our first teaser for Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. I'm just gonna say it. This was fantastic. This is like they could just not release any more footage for this, and I would still be super hyped for this movie.
It's watching the trailer, it's like it just looks like a movie, not Marvel. You know, like it just. I feel like there's such a legacy to that first film that sort of separates it from the MCU as a whole. Obviously, sad trailer. They don't even beating around the bush. You know, you don't need to know how they're going to write off T'Challa or explain how he dies in the movie. But you know, like they just straight away you get the tone. Like obviously, especially the line with his mum saying,
"The only piece
like, I'm
of
the queen,"
dialogue.
and yeah, it's like, and I've had to watch my everyone in my family. I've lost everyone in my family or something is gone or something. Yeah, so that was, and she looks like she's speaking at some sort of like similar thing that. Where his dad died, I guess.
No, I think she's talking to like the Wakanda Council.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Like, because there is a shot of her like in a UN that's in that.
Yeah.
But then when you see her actually speaking, she's in that throne room.
Just Wakanda. Yeah. Okay.
So,
no, it looks really good. Like it looks I love the use of the music, the Kendrick Lamar in the background. Everything's
What
gonna
a
be all right.
transition!
That was
Like
good.
the music in this is fantastic. I checked. Ludwig Göransson is doing the scoring again, but hopefully we get a
I
Black
hope Kendrick
Panther
Lamar's
2.
back for another
fine,
album.
yeah.
That would be fucking great. Yeah, I'm not taking the fact that one of his songs is used in the trailer as confirmation that he's doing another Black Panther album, but fuck, I hope he is because that last album was a banger.
Yeah. But that remix,
No,
like,
I mean,
amazing.
I'm yeah, definitely. I'm very, very, very excited for this. I was thinking about this today, right? I think it would actually be really good if they explain his death as the exact same way he died in real life. Do you think that would be weird?
What, that he had been dying all this time and like
That he had cancer and he died from it. Like that was it.
Yes, it would be weird because it's Wakanda and they've got all this amazing technology. Why wouldn't you have? You would assume they would have some sort of cure or something.
But what if they say they don't? Like,
I don't know.
or even if they made up some disease and it wasn't cancer, it was just like something they couldn't fight. Because I feel like it's like a humanizing thing, or like I don't know, like it just. Because I was thinking like it would actually be like if they did somehow make it cancer, and even though you're right by saying like, oh, surely they'd have technology, but even if they said like Black Panther died from cancer, it'd be like a really good message about like.
I feel like there's going to be a part of the audience that's like that's kind of like
too deep,
too close,
sad,
and like you're you're making money off of his death and that kind of stuff. Yeah.
I guess so, unless they like donated or used something to raise cancer awareness.
I feel like this is such a because it's obviously being written and directed by Ryan Coogler.
Yeah,
who's so closely tied to it. I mean, it's going to be honoring him as much as possible, and I'm sure he's trying to be as respectful as possible.
Because I really don't want off screen he was killed by an Atlantean. You know,
it was an Atlantean assassin or something.
Yeah, some bullshit like that. That's what that. If there's one thing I don't want,
that's where it from this trailer. That's what it looks like.
That's that's what it looks like. But I just don't want that because I think that's
it's kind of basic.
So yeah.
But yeah, on the Atlanteans look really cool. They've got Tenoch Hirota confirmed as Neymar. I get like really digging into those like Aztec roots, which is very different to the Neymar in the comics. But kind of differentiates the Atlanteans of that world from the Atlanteans in Aquaman, which I think was probably something that felt like
a choice they needed to do. Yes. Which is fair. I think that's like.
But yeah, we don't really actually get a close look at him like in any shot, but there's like some really cool visuals in this with like him as a small child and then transitioning straight into him being like a hulking older figure, and him like in full like regalia or whatever, like looking. I mean,
and even just all the like the Atlanteans just like climb upside of boats and whatever else.
Yeah,
like,
I mean this looks so good. It's like the Avatar might have a bit of competition this year for best water. So,
oh, that doesn't have a competition. Black Panther is always going to win. I read a rumor that I read this before the trailer came out, and I was like, that would actually make sense. But like M'Baku becomes king of Wakanda by the end of this. I
don't know what they're going to do, and I'm excited about that. I've heard rumors. There's like so many rumors going around.
I mean, none of them are based on it. Like, if you ever
read
anything
that's
that
like, Shuri's going to create like some artificial, like flower, so she can probably become Black Panther, and then she encounters Killmonger. That was a rumor that I saw going around. I've seen the reports that there's going to be multiple Black Panthers throughout the film. I've heard, yes, M'Baku will take the frame, but it's definitely not M'Baku in that last shot where we see a person in the Black Panther outfit.
No, I'm hoping it's Nakia,
Lupita Nyong'o.
Nakia? Yeah. That's who I'd prefer.
I mean, I get the feeling we won't end up with a Black Panther in the movie. I think the fact that Wakanda Forever is so prominent in their title, it's like, this is really a Wakanda movie more than a Black Panther movie, which I'm cool with. Like, I don't need a central. I feel like this is going to be such an ensemble piece. I think it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be as loved as the first film.
I don't know.
I think
Like,
critically it'll do just as well, but like they won't
I
have
think-
this central
I think
character
this-
to go to.
But that's the thing. I feel like this movie will get a lot of people attending it out of love for Chadwick.
Mm.
I feel like Chadwick.
But you know, the recast child
Chadwick.
movement is so
No, but like Chadwick became Black Panther, right?
Hmm.
And to a lot of people, you know, prominently African Americans, that like that character and Chadwick was that character. That was sort of the central piece, and that's why when he died, it was so affecting for a lot of people. So I feel like the movie is going to get a lot of people coming to it. And whenever there's, and you know, there's going to be some touching scene where they say he's dead or something, even though I'm sure there'll be a picture, and you see it. There's going to be so many tears. So I think this movie will maybe not quite as much, but I still think this movie is going to have the same draw, just from but out of a different lens. Like people went to see it for the first time because it was like this big cultural change, and now that everyone who fell in love with Chadwick and T'Challa is going to go see it out of respect for him, and like the last moment to say goodbye to him. I feel, even though he's not in it, but it's still like that legacy.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting because we know so little what they're going to do.
Which is fine. I don't care. I'll watch it either way.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. Yeah, I don't.
This
think...
has been the most interesting Marvel movie since it was announced. Like this is the one I'm like, come on, this is the one that's going to be good.
I mean,
this is the one.
I mean, it is filling the Avengers role at the end of the phase. Like, is there an importance to that? They're like this.
No, it
this
just
is,
means it's going to be
just like, or they're like, yeah, let's just cut it here and there.
All my complaints about everything else not tying in. Fuck all that shit for this movie. I'm watching this movie and this is the same thing when I spoke about like how Black Panther was so good in the first place. Black Panther was just like a very well built universe with these great characters and themes and everything. So it doesn't need to be MCU.
But it is also tying in other elements. Obviously, Ironheart is in this film, building that.
That's fine.
Again, building Neymar as a character. I assume we'll see more of going forward.
No, kill him. What's her?
And then I guess the direction of Wakanda in general, like if there is somebody who will take the mantle of Black Panther for the next two phases going forward, this is the one to, I guess, end on. I was going to say something else. Also, I didn't realize Michaela Cole from what was that miniseries from the other year?
I May Destroy You?
Yes, she's in this now.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's cool.
Very exciting. Cast is great.
Yeah.
I assume that is totally Ryan Coogler watching that show and going, "You're fucking cool. Come
Do you
be
want to
in
be
my
in this
movie." Yeah.
Yeah. You're right with shaving your hair off? Oh, no, that's fine. Very interesting day. Again, yeah. So, I guess the other thing I've like, obviously it's all building towards Secret Wars. Like, is the potential there for another version? Is this where they've said, you know, we won't see another T'Challa in this universe? Obviously, Secret Wars is a big multiversal story where there's characters from multiple universes and that kind of stuff. Is there that where they could potentially introduce a new T'Challa down the line?
Possibly. I mean, they've got that in the back of their pocket if they need, I guess.
Yeah, if it's not well received, whatever the plans they currently have. Yeah.
Whatever their plans, yeah.
All right. Anything else you feel like we need to discuss on a Marvel front?
Yeah, I mean, did you have some of that? Because after we talked about it the other day, they confirmed Freshman Year's like actually like Matt Murdock's voicing Daredevil in it.
Yeah.
So all my hopes and dreams about it being not connected aren't true.
I mean, there's no guarantees it's not. They could just be voicing it. Yeah.
It's connected.
I think it's pretty connected.
I think it's pretty connected.
But it could just be another multiverse in them. It could be another universe. You don't know.
Either way, even if it's the same voice actors, it basically like
there's a star power element to it. So I mean,
yeah,
it
but
just
it's not
that,
what I wanted. Look, I'm still gonna check it out, and maybe it's still good. But I was still kind of disappointed with that news, to be honest.
Just because it would be easier for everybody if it was like more separated.
Yeah. I just want something different.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. I think that brings us to the end of this episode of All New Marvel Cast. Let us know what you thought of all these announcements from San Diego Comic-Con. Are you excited for the end of Phase 4, Phase 5, the future in Phase 6? Like, it's kind of crazy. We're going to get two Avengers movies in the same year. Massive.
I mean, the last ones were like, what?
12 months apart.
Yeah. They would have been in the same year. So it was just
almost.
If they wanted to come out at the start of the year, yeah.
No, they're like 12 months apart.
Were they?
Yeah. All right. Let us know on Twitter by going to explosion.com/Twitter, or you can jump into our Discord at explosion.com/Discord. If you want to help us out here at All New Marvel Cast, leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or on Podchase or any other service. Leave us 5 stars. Any week can leave 5 stars. Or just tell people about the #1 Australian-made MCU podcast on the internet. And if you like this episode, thought it was worth $1, head on over to our Ko-fi page at explosion.com/supports. Alright, like we said, we'll be back August 17th for She-Hulk Attorney at Law. So join us next time for another All New Marvel Cast.